Welcome to Nature Speaks, everyone. My name is Tracy, and this is today's message channeled from the spirits and energies of the natural world. Today, the Great Spirit of the color orange offers us the blessing of reacquainting ourselves with the power of color. The spirit of the color orange actually is stepping forward, as a representative of all of the colors that we are able to perceive, the ones in the visual light spectrum, and actually the ones we can't. And this energy has stepped forward to reacquaint us with that which they describe as there is a knowing that is not a book knowing, that your own energy field has. You might say it's a feeling you have, or an intuition, or you just are drawn to or intuit a relationship with a particular color. And the Great Spirit of the color orange offers that all vibration, colors hold a particular vibration, has information, and has influence. And they invite us to be in a position to claim that which would be a proactive relationship, and to understand our relationship and the power that color has to influence us and to soothe us, to heal us, to rebalance us. And much in the same way, I would say that certain music, if you feel a certain way, you want to listen to a type of music that can make you feel better, that can calm you, or that can relax you, whatever. And so that's also vibration, right? That's a sound vibration, and this is a light vibration that we receive through our visual senses. And so the spirit of the color orange offers that there's two kind of things that are happening here. One is the actual energy frequency of information that is held within the color itself, separate from the ways in which we have been introduced to the color or understand it, or our society employs it. And they're related, yes, but they aren't the same. And to accept that which we have and are drawn to, even if it's not the color that's in right now, is something not to ignore. There's a benefit to acknowledging, geez, I'm really drawn to whatever it may be. I just feel I just really want to look at the bright yellow of a beautiful flower that's just a beautiful sunny yellow. And if you are feeling this, and the guidance that's coming through is not only to have it be that which is exposed to your visual field, in other words, to have something yellow that you're looking at that holds that particular color, but also that there is benefit to be had. And conversely, if there's a color that you're not being drawn to, less benefit to be had by actually physically placing that color on your field, on your body. And the Great Spirit of the color orange offers, if you are not able to wear a bright yellow dress, to work, or a suit that to actually wear in your undergarments or underneath what you're wearing against your skin, this actually has an influence on your overall energy field. Your energy field, according to the spirit of the color orange, has great wisdom. Your physiology and your energy field, they have and are aware when certain aspects of your field are slightly imbalanced. And through this sense of knowing, or through this sense of just feeling drawn to it, this is actually something that this energy is offering us. This is useful. This is an opportunity to actually take advantage of something. They go, your energy field, your physiology and your energy field, you know, they have this saying, you are what you eat. And so you know that what you have and put into yourself is going to have an influence on what you are. And the energy field goes, it's true that in your society, there is the saying, you are what you wear. They go, and that may be an indication of a cultural preference at the time, and yet there's also this other aspect which says you may be influenced by the color that you wear or surround yourself with. There's actually some scientific studies that have shown that certain colors have a physical effect on our physiological field, kind of group physiology, which is why you'll find that certain colors are used to get our attention, their vibrancy. For example, the color orange offers itself and goes, you will find that our color has and holds a vibration of 8. Take a look over here. And they go, and that's why a lot of times you'll see people who are working in environments where caution is required to protect them or as a warning for others, where orange is employed. They go, you might see them wearing the orange vests, or you might see the orange stripes on things where they're like warning, caution, pay attention. And, they go, it's not random, is kind of what they're saying. This is not random. Another example would be our healing places. They've found that, healing environments, such as a hospital or an emergency room or other places where one would seek to actually calm the physiology rather than to agitate the physiology or stimulate the physiology in certain ways. That would be where you would see like the calm, pale greens and blues that, now you'll notice it, that have and adorn many of the walls in these environments, because they have a tendency to be that which helps to stabilize our energy field. So the spirit of the color orange offers that all color has and holds information. It also has and is dressed in the cultural overlay that has and shifts depending on when and what point of historic time we happen to be engaging with it in. And yet there's a reason that, for example, a red rose is understood to be a gesture of romantic love in many places. And the energy of the color orange goes, let's look at this. They go, there's the information, the vibratory field of information that's coming from the color red. Its vibrancy, its life force, and coming from the rose. So when they are combined, you actually have, kind of a conglomerate, a third energy field. That is, a combination of both, and yet actually holds its own independent, mix of these vibrations and its own expression. If you think about, how did they put it, our little ones, as the great spirit of orange said, you think about your little ones, they're very straightforward about their color preferences. And while this may seem just a whim or arbitrary, we would invite you to consider that the energy field of these little beings is aware of slight imbalances or requirements, and the calling forth of literally physically placing that color on their field has a benefit for their psychological and ours, physiological and emotional balancing, well-being. So for us, the grown-ups in the group, it is guided as we choose to honor what we feel we're drawn to, even if it's not the color of the season. And they go, there is also a reason that the color of the season, that the collective has and is exposed to certain colors that are like the color of the season. First, they acknowledge that it's to sell more material products so that we will buy them and they'll get the money from us. They'll get the exchange of energy in the form of money. And they go, and yet the aspect that isn't understood is that there are times when the field of the collective itself seeks a little bit of exposure to a particular palette or color. And they go, there may be, as was recently in, when I'm recording this, the color pink was the color. And the color pink was showing up everywhere. Color pink was in movies, it was in, in every window of every fashion. And they go, so it's not only the wearing of the color, which actually can help balance, it's also just the seeing of it. And so that's the other piece of guidance that the energy of the color orange is stepping forward to. They go, if you feel drawn to a particular color, they go, if you can't wear it, to place it where you can see it, or to do both. And that's one of the guidance they give. And they go, that's where you can have it, whether it's in your water bottle, on your desk at work, or, your screensaver, or if it's something that you have and are able, even to have part of it in a scarf or a tie, if anyone wears a tie anymore, or on your socks. And they go, and if this is not available, that when you go home, like in the privacy of your own home, to actually place that color against your skin, wear it as whatever you switch into when you come home from work, or, your pajamas, or you get the idea. And they go, this actually has a benefit. There's information, everything holds information, and everything is in an exchange of information. And so the invitation that we have right now coming to us from the spirit of the color orange is to trust that our energy field that has great wisdom, and there is great power in listening to ourselves. They also go, you may find that there are times, and of course everything changes. They go, you may wake up one day and you'll feel one way, and you may wake up another day and you'll feel another way. And they go, and of course everybody shifts about, there'll be times when you shift, there'll be time when you may paint the interior of your house a particular color, and then there comes a point where you're like, this does not feel right to me. And yes, it can be that you're looking to have the palette of the day or the color of the day on the wall, and that might be beneficial for you. And yet the invitation here, as I perceive it, is that's fine if that has and feels right to you, but to trust your instincts, to trust your feeling about what it is you want to have, and expose yourself through your visual senses, and also to literally wrap yourself in with on your flesh. And in this way, to be more aware of the influence and the power that is available to us through this more conscious relationship with that which is the vibratory field of color. So this is honestly a short summary of this amazing channeling. And to all who haven't received it, I'm most grateful for your light. If you are drawn to consume more than this short video summary, access to the full channeling of today's update is available on the Gaia Translate podcast, streaming now on your favorite podcast platform, or listen for free at www.gaiatranslate.com.